I'm so excited. Oh.
Every time you say that, I get filled with a sense of dread.
Every time I'm so excited, and every time he's insisted on the...
Why would anything go wrong, guys? You guys made a plan.
Why would anything ever go wrong?
Undead party member coming right at you.
No. You've got him now.
We have his head.
That. So now you just gotta go. I'll let someone else do the recap. I'm assuming you guys want the inspiration point.
Yes!
Which I don't think has actually ever been useful.
We tried it last time, and I was
don't want
cursed.
actual enemy responsibility with the inspiration, so I will not be going.
Do you want it? Should I do it?
I think it's been used like 4 times on Jesse, and it did not improve the roll at all.
I got it
hilarious.
once.
The thought was there.
Luigi is inspired only by Samson.
Ooh, boy.
Unga is inspired by nothing.
Well, he's inspired by nothing because he's dead. You can't...
Inspired to run around.
Inspired to sprint at a hyena, which actually leads in perfectly to the recap, where we opened up last time to Unga just hauling ass right at the party. Actually, not the party, at the hyena specifically.
Run up on him.
He was running up on us, if anything. In fact, we were standing still, and he was rapidly approaching our location. So there was a series of skill checks, which went anything but wondrous.
Well, I'm remembering correctly, and I don't mean to cut you off here, but everyone else succeeded their skill checks, but you failed every one.
Yeah, so it didn't go wondrous for me specifically.
Yeah.
Everyone else killing it. Fucking Sylvie did some sick ninja stealth shit. I forget what... I think you intimidated a dead thing or persuaded a dead... like Unga?
I tackled him.
You tackled Unga.
I'm trying to talk to him about Samson.
I successfully talked to him about Samson.
He does not care about Samson.
He doesn't care about a lot
He
anymore.
cared a little. Stopped for a second.
He was probably confused. I probably threw him off.
This was probably the first kind interaction Unga's ever had in his life and on life. So he was, like, perplexed. But luckily, he turned that perplexed into a suplex on the gnoll and just downed me instantly. And so there was this very rapid moment where there was, like, the Pokemon Critical, like, fucking soundtrack playing, where, like, Sonic about to drown, and they managed to kill Unga, and then ran over and passed a check, so that way the gnoll didn't implode. We were 2 away from an implosion. And then we took a huge nap, and Collin was like, I'm gonna hand you guys some pieces of paper. And everyone read it silently, and then put it down. And we still don't know what the other one said. We don't know what anyone else has said. But we took a nap, and then we woke up, and a dragon chess piece board was carved greatly in the night. It was started out shittily by Luigi and then finished up beautifully by a gnoll.
I don't think that's what happened.
I think you got like a 5 on the check, and then I got something better.
I think Luigi nailed it.
It was all Luigi. Samson blessed him. Samson himself carved the dragon chessboard.
Might as well
in
have.
fact.
I'm not used to someone else at the table gaslighting. Typically, it's just me.
See, you're gaslighting. He's like trying to gaslight, but all that's happening is like the smell of rotten eggs is kind of like simmering out onto the table, and no one's taking it. Like the canary's screaming, and we're all acknowledging it. So then we walked into town with Unga's head, which we took, and granted, this explanation is going along because I'm making jokes, but this sounds like a very short amount of time. But it was actually like, 3 hours that this series of events took?
Longer. There was a long rest.
Shut the fuck your mouth. I meant in real life, but sure.
That was like the one accurate
technicality.
That was the one accurate thing I've said for the past 5 minutes, and that's what you get mad about?
Because I was saying something at the actual real life moment. You're like, actually, it was 7 hours plus? Thanks, Jesse. So we walk into town.
You're welcome.
So we walk into town, and we're like, great, what do we do with the head? And I think there was a short discussion, then we went, let's go to Sylvie's captain and show her this shit. And then we started walking and rolling. Down the street we were strolling, and we got up, I think we were approaching a ship, and then we ran out of time. Right?
No, I assaulted somebody.
You assaulted someone?
For no reason. He was being cooperative.
Not as cooperative.
Oh, right! Right, we found a random dude talking about, like, like,
and I just like
the
assaulted
thing,
it.
like talking about what happened with Jade, Jade's character N, and you should move back down here, Jade, if you're listening. And then like
I totally forgot I did that.
yeah, I forgot it too. I was about to say we did nothing. No, so Sylvie like put her knife beside someone's head and went, "Tell me everything you know." And the dude's like, "Holy fuck, I am a fisherman. I can't. Do you want fish bone?" And then he's like, "Yeah, there were like 2 people like walking around with a book and something else." And then the other dude that they described were like, "Yup." And
You guys wouldn't have gotten it if I wasn't aggressive. So you're
I think
welcome.
we could have gotten it through like
No.
the +6
Because
persuasion.
we would have talked about Samson more
Luigi
times.
already got the information out.
It's because of the fisherman. It's because that you guys have Luigi.
It's not because
No, because
No,
it's just we were
Luigi-
going around and around, and it wasn't. I needed answers in a direct way, and we weren't receiving them. So I got us the answers we required, and you're welcome.
I think
You threatened a cooperative man.
Absolutely, I did. He didn't die.
a
He got
scoundrel.
to like walk
a
away.
Scoundrel.
He was not scarred
There
in
was
any way.
nothing he could have done to avoid you threatening
No.
to take his life.
No, I wasn't gonna do it.
It was preordained. The stars said it had to happen, and so it did.
It's so mean, but it's so pirate. It's like, yeah, she would do that. Doesn't mean it's right. It's like, I understand why that happened.
Yeah, like she just.
I don't. He was cooperating already.
I love how
That
this is
seems unfortunate for
this is
him.
like
then.
the first time that like the inner Luigi and Jesse isn't like, we could have told them about Samson. No, that just wasn't correct. Just morally removed of Samson.
I got us your answers.
That
You're
was
welcome.
Luigi.
We
This
did
is
get our
Jesse.
answers.
That was mean.
Yeah.
We
it was
did,
on purpose.
in fact, get our answers. So then, after threatening a fisherman's life
Alright,
and
cool.
causing him to rethink his fucking choice in occupation, because this is way more dangerous than he thought, we went to the ship.
Well, like, to be fair, there are some NPCs you guys can, like, bully around.
Yeah, and
it's
I
like,
bullied him.
Yeah, you did. And, like,
It
the
was either
outcomes...
him or the rest of the party. Because I bully everybody. It's what I do.
What did Joe do other than nearly die?
I don't know. I would have found something.
I would have found some.
I would have found
Luigi
something.
is easy to bully because he won't shut the fuck up.
Welcome to
Luigi doesn't
Sylvia's
understand.
toxic arc, where she just acts like a terrible person.
You don't see it, but she's got like dark bags
It's
under
just-
her eyes. She's tired as shit. She's like, I fucking hate it. I came to this fucking town to get rich quick, and now I had to buy a slave, and I got chased by undead,
have no
and now I
fucking
got
money.
this fucking preacher just saying shit about some dude, and I'm gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
To kill an innocent
I
fisherman.
mean, you haven't even killed anyone yet.
I haven't.
Yeah.
We re-killed someone.
Specifically, Jesse has done all of the final blows on all the creatures.
I said
Well, I
we.
wanted you to have Unga.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And do not forget,
The
something.
people that I killed was just all me. They ran up on me.
Yeah, no, they ran up on you. That's different. I couldn't affect that, so of course.
Never, ever, ever skip over the fact that Jesse genuinely jumped for joy at killing his own previous character, which
That
was
did happen.
truly epic.
So, now that we are all have decided to stop
Do we get an
quibbling
inspiration?
for now,
Do we get an inspiration?
you do get an inspiration. You were in charge of the inspiration, Sini.
Okay.
You find yourselves on the deck of Grenda Galley, her main flagship, the Motherlode. You guys are healed up from last night, even though you might look a bit rough around the edges a bit. You are still in slave's clothes, so still looking like that, buddy.
Yeah. Carrying a gong as a shield.
A gong and a gladius. No belt. Just everything you have to carry with
No
your hands.
shoes.
He's got shoes.
No, he threw the shoes.
No, I picked them back up.
Oh,
Pick them back
okay.
up afterwards, yeah. But as you are on that deck of the ship, what are you guys going to do? People, the pirates are seemingly going about their business.
Does your captain have any armor for me? Because this is not doing anything.
We could ask. We should get you better dressed. Absolutely.
Samson would be thankful for you to do that.
Sure would. So,
Move very fast that.
so Sylvie would probably try to direct everybody downstairs, under the deck.
To under the deck, or are you going to the captain's quarters?
Oh, captain's quarters. Sorry. All right.
Okay. No, you can go either way if you wanted. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I just couldn't picture it in my head.
It's fine.
So she would probably kind of knock on the captain's door.
You knock on the captain's door, and Bembe, the tabaxi first mate, opens up the door, and you see that Brenda is currently poring over some books. She has ink and quill, and she's like writing down things like, it seems to be like ledgers and such. Glad you're back. What'd you find?
So we found an encampment.
Okay.
I blinked. I'm sorry. Don't stare at me.
Don't stare at me.
We found an encampment with a bunch of the undead. A couple zombies. I say a couple, but it was like 50.
Oh.
We watched some robed dwarf go into the water and come out.
Okay. How big is this encampment? Is this all of them?
There was like 90
Likely not.
undead in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Like 90. Okay.
like 90 undead, 2, 3 necromancers, and 5 living captives.
They have captives.
Yes.
They had captives.
Okay.
Forgot about those.
Okay.
People who seemed sure that Natalie was going to come and rescue them.
Okay. And she kind of like, you see like she's like taking herself out of the thing that she was mentally doing. Because there's like, you see like times tables or whatever that she's got going on there. She's like keeping track of ledgers and like keeping track of like money and inflow and outflow. And she starts like putting them and like folding them up of these like books and sheets. Did they seem aggressive at all?
Well, they did attack us,
Okay. Did you get one of them?
so we got a unga.
Yeah. As Luigi holds up Unga's head.
And Ungred is apparently very undead. And now truly dead.
Okay.
We are as confused as you.
Unga.
So this was an original human,
Orc.
not human,
Orc.
orc that we had,
Okay.
an individual that we had in the beginning of this, that Isel told us ran out into the woods to like explore, and
I'm missing a few steps. Okay. So somewhere you were told to go off and capture an undead. Mm-hmm. You went off and you met an orc.
no.
No.
So this was somebody that we knew before we went to the encampment, but attacked us as an undead at said encampment.
Who does Unga belong to? Is it a ship? Is there another crew that Unga belongs to? Or
The jungle.
It's a wild. Okay.
Yes.
A wild man.
Do you know
Great.
the
That's
beast
perfect.
of Bad News Dash?
I've heard the stories.
That's him.
And okay, so and he was not undead previously.
No.
No.
Okay, how do we?
Isel knew him. Isel would be the one to be able to confirm that he was undead previously.
Along with all of us. And we have proof of undead.
Okay, does it still move?
No, very dead.
Very dead.
What
Very
happened
dead.
to the plan of chopping off the limbs of an undead and bringing that?
We got attacked first, and that was an inaccessible plan, especially with captives. We would have been way too outnumbered, even with the patterns that they were going.
Also,
Did you rescue the captives?
We did not.
We weren't able to.
there
We
were
weren't able to. They were in the middle of the encampment.
they had a patrol circling encampment and many different undead in varying different shapes. Some with strange mutations on their limbs, some just skeletons, some larger, some smaller, some smarter, some dumber. There was no...
How do you know if they're smarter or dumber?
Some of them were bonking into each other and then that would change their direction, and other ones were following complex patrols.
Okay.
Yeah,
So some of them were just really dumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them can speak.
It is very complicated, but that is why we could not get captives. There were 90 of them versus 3 of us.
With reinforcements, we could rescue the captives.
And we should do it sooner rather than later. They seem to be using the river.
What are they using the river for?
That is where they were keeping this one's body at first. Well, they dragged this one's body in and then it ran out alive. And so they're doing something with the river, or they're hiding something underneath it.
Did you investigate the river further?
Unfortunately, we were running from a very large beast of Bagger's Dash bent on killing us. So, no.
Okay.
The dwarf specifically sent a message to Cho.
How, via what?
Via paper appearing in mouth and then having to throw it up.
It's horrifying.
Agreed. I don't know why
It
it
was
happened.
incredibly uncomfortable to witness.
But I left the note at home, ladies and gents. I don't have it with me.
Witnessing a miracle of Samson in the flesh.
I don't think that was a miracle.
That is not what
It
happened.
was very painful. I have paper cuts on my tongue. It is not fun.
Gross.
Yes, but it's
It's just kind of gross, man.
one side of paper had warning of Beast of Dagger's Dash, which sent, well, I say sent, but as soon as I read it, Unga went running at us.
Okay.
And then the other side were various words and phrases scrawled in a varying types of script, and by that I mean just, larger or smaller letters. And I'm still trying to read them all because they're nice. Because they are very,
Do you
Soggy.
have this note?
in character, yes.
So do you pass over the note?
She will offer out the dry note now.
Oh, this is really hard to read. Okay.
Agreed. I was working on reading what I could.
I wonder who wrote that out.
Okay.
You said that
Oh,
suspiciously. I know it is not you, but it was suspicious how you said that.
Do you know something about this?
No, just whoever wrote it out, I don't think completely meant for it to be legible.
Well, then why throw it in my throat somehow?
Such a
If you're
good
gonna
question.
send someone after you to kill you, because that's what the thing was for, right? That's why they sent undead to you, to kill you, right?
Specifically, was it chasing all of us or just me?
It
It
was,
seems particularly fixated on Cho.
but it
Why?
couldn't see
We
the rest
don't
of
know.
us.
Do you have a connection with what's going on over there?
I might know the dwarven woman from a dream, but that is it. Yes, I know.
What?
Okay, so she gestures to the halo. You know
Yeah.
how aasimars are meant to have a prophetic...
I'm aware of the fact that you're a prophet.
Okay.
I just don't know what you're doing.
Okay, so...
And I'm not really feeling the holiness, because I feel like you don't really know what you're doing a bit.
Well, that would be because I am still young and this is first journey out.
She's worshipping a false god. Just don't take it too seriously.
Yes, ignore him. The long and short of it, experience aside, is that the dream involved a dwarven woman following Ilmater, who raised a young child.
Okay.
Said child was named Dismas, and
Okay.
grew up to join some sort of undead cult army.
Okay, that's probably the one we're dealing with.
Yep. He proceeded to transform this dwarven woman, and I believe that dwarven woman in the dream is the same one that was doing the resurrecting here.
Alright, and what does your god want you to do with the dwarven woman?
Well,
Is it just like, did he just show you something? Did he give you any...
it's less about the dwarven woman and more about Dismas. I am meant
Okay.
to save him.
What does that mean?
We are both working with the same amount of information. Well, it is Ilmater. Ilmater is about redemption. So I assume I must redeem this undead being,
If
but
you could redeem him, that seems like it would solve our problem of an undead army.
I'm-
Just to ask him to leave.
well, I'm working on that. But first, that is the dwarven woman that we saw, I think.
Okay.
And we should move very quickly because those captives will likely become undead sooner rather than later.
My priority is not the captives. Do you want to talk to Natalia about that? That's just fine. But I do want to bring up, you've gone above what I've asked you to do, more than I paid you to do. And going above and beyond gets above and beyond pay. And she takes 2 stacks and brings them out there. They are golden stacks. Each stack is 25 gold pieces, so you have an extra 50 gold pieces right now.
50 gold?
This is well above your typical rate that you're giving, but you go above and beyond for Grenda. She treats her employees well.
Hell yeah. Good shit.
My queen.
My queen.
Okay. This does bring us to our next move. We need to decide whether or not it's profitable for us to be here. If it is not, I see no point in staying here and we should leave. The books, as they currently are, it could be profitable. It might be possible to get through without, while not keeping to the slave trade and without the extra clearance from the steel excess, but we were preparing for a potential conflict with the Commodium Empire, perhaps. Just enough so that they wouldn't, come here first. But if an army is already here, I'm not a war general. But this is going to be expensive. So, if it's not profitable for us here, I see no reason why we should stay in New Pinion. We should all leave.
Is war not known for profits?
Depends.
You're a prophet. You should know all about that.
Bembe sighs heavily.
Well, I meant more that whenever I heard of war, I heard of war profiteers. Is there not money to be made if you are unscrupulous?
We're pirates.
Exactly. So you
We
can
don't have many scruples. Some of us can afford it.
If I were to get Natalie to back us, would we stay?
He would be paying for a wartime defense force.
You have to have someone maybe speak with the dead. Speak with them. You would need a priest.
Where can we find one of those here?
There's a temple to. Let me pull up.
There's a temple to checks notes scribbled on palm.
Pardon me.
Real. You're good.
I'm going to my documents
No, I feel that.
that I've got here. My Pantheon workbook.
Me scrolling through OneNote for all my party notes whenever I'm on Roll20.
Pantheon, there's only one god.
Oh, I beat you to death.
Siri.
Siri?
It is Cere.
Oh, okay.
Siri.
I was like, the phone?
No, not the phone. What the frick? No.
Genuine offense. What the frick, Jess?
Collin, no. Siri. Yeah, let's talk to the priest there. Okay. Did you have to convince Natalia, or you could have talked to one of the arcanists at the silver stacks, or I've heard that there's a Solalian group that's been looking after you guys. What's up with that?
Beats fucking me.
Where's N?
Yeah, about
So
that.
N
Went home.
went home. Something picked them up.
It was a flying sheep.
Sylvia just holds the scale out, and she's like, I don't know.
No, so genuinely, a flying sheep came overhead, and then N said, "Goodbye, you all were wonderful, and you'll have better help than me," and then ascended into shape, and then shape left.
What?
I cannot tell you more. That is all that happened.
Just know that the bounty for N will not matter.
Okay.
She is very much gone.
I'm very
Okay.
much alive.
They're still looking for her. I don't get the feeling that they're going to accept She ascended into a shape and is gone. She
Sense
left on a ship, not one that goes on the ocean, but one that flies.
So sort of very strange peoples.
Okay,
Yes, this is.
we're gonna have to deal with them regardless. This also might have to step up our timetable for if we are replacing a tally.
I agree.
We've got to figure out who exactly. I could do it.
Do you have the social backing here?
I do not have most of the social backing, but I understand the books better than anyone here. I can run this place.
Why?
Does anyone else believe you can run this place? Because whether or not you can doesn't matter.
We'd have to pick our allies carefully if we wanted that to happen.
Who do you have in mind?
Please don't say
and
it,
like
boss.
she actually pulls out. Actually, the person who left you this note, and you see like it's a gilded like invitation.
Oh.
Have an invitation?
Yes, it's
For
like an
Sylvie?
invitation. That's
To
like
me?
for Sylvie and Co.
Okay.
Co, not co.
Yeah.
I know, but it was still funny. Like, I just imagine, like,
Oh, they forgot the H.
are you,
Do you open it?
yeah.
Okay. It doesn't need to be like in like it's just be like it's like open thing.
It still feels fancy.
Yeah. You open it up. It is like nicely like gilded on the outside.
He went.
And you see like the inside there's like floral designs as well, and it is and it was, where can I put?
Collin is like
Looking over my notes.
I love to imagine like in Collin's head, it's just like people throwing papers back so that they can
it's an
find the right one.
invitation for lunch at the Rose's Neck Hotel. It is from Captain Sophia.
Okay.
Who is Captain Sophia the one of the enchanting people? The Arcanists?
That's.
She's not an arcanist.
The charmer?
No, not an
She's
Arcanist.
This
She's
is our
yep,
charmer.
She is the
the
Medusa.
yes,
The Amber Hydra.
Yeah.
the Medusa.
Interesting.
Dude,
Do you know what she wants?
No.
do you worried?
She has social graces that I do not have. I have a business sense.
Could I potentially roll like insight on the note and it's like wordage to see if there's like an implied any sort of like threat or mal?
Yeah, it's like it cordially invites you to have lunch.
Oh, okay.
With if you want to go ahead and roll an insight on it, go ahead.
Sure, I'm gonna pat myself because that's I need all the fucking numbers I can get. That's a 15 plus. That's a 2, so 17 plus 4. That's 21. I hope you like my song.
The inside song.
The praying for good roll song.
There is a level of aristocratic, monstrous playfulness. You also think that being like, no, and like not doing anything with this and not saying anything, it's like that's going to be considered rude. And if you do want Sophia to be a
Is
potential
she in love
ally,
with me? What's going on?
No. Like, I imagine she was like,
you've been playing too much Baldur's Gate. Stop trying to seduce NPCs. It's not gonna happen.
I'm not. I just want to know if she's in love with me.
I like to imagine
You're
she
on
was like
insight check
holding
on
this
it.
letter and she's
oh my
like,
god, I totally could.
she's just
You just wanted to find out.
There's
I'm reading her regardless, but like,
Is there a reason they call her the
clues
charmer?
on this, but
She has a tendency to charm people.
What does that mean?
magically or just
Magically. It's part of her thing.
Her
That
thing.
and turning people to stone.
How does she
we
turn
had
people
lunch
to
with
stone?
them.
We did have lunch with them.
You,
Just
you
like
went,
that.
She was very kind.
we ate good
How
there.
often does she do it?
Are you
Generally, she doesn't. Although
resistant to
there are a
charms,
few
Sylvia?
statues that she has.
It's a really good question.
I know some
do you say?
people with Fey ancestry tend
Rude.
to be, but I don't know if that is you.
Oh.
When you say a few statues, is that like she keeps them on her ship?
I guess we'll find out in a moment.
Like, are we
Turn the
talking
pants
3?
off.
Are we talking 20?
Well, it's
Not 20. Statues are heavy. But there are a few that I've seen on her that she has made of stone.
Are they enemies or?
I'm I am not an enemy of Sophia.
No, the stone.
The stone?
Yes,
Most likely.
I don't know the.
Oh,
I don't know the. I understand stone quite a bit. It's from my lineage. Like, granted, like, she's a dwarf.
Oh, okay. I was like, she's
Yeah,
a dwarf.
she's understandable. But I don't, like...
No, yes.
She turns people to stone. That doesn't mean I know that person.
No, yes. I thought that. She
What do you mean? You don't know every stone person?
This is what enemies
you'd like to
me
think that.
become.
She, like, laughs along with it. She seems to have, like, a jovial nature about that. She's like, I'm a dwarf.
My queen.
Yeah, I love her. She's great. I want her to run everything.
I'm scared she's gonna betray me though.
Was there a date on the note?
Looks at note again.
Just like today.
Today.
You guys got a few hours, though.
Yeah.
We
We should
lunch
look better.
We? Or you? Oh, right. It says
Do
Collin.
you have any armor on this ship? Any heavy armor?
I do.
Would you mind lending it to me? And by lending, I mean Samson commands you to allow me to
No.
keep such
She walks over and she claps a hand on his mouth. No, he is very overzealous when it comes to saying anything. What he would like to say is that he is currently not dressed to do anything for anyone. And if we are going to be useful in the future, he would need some armor. And he would like to borrow some if you find it in the kindness of your heart.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. It hit my pencil. Can I re-roll it?
No.
Okay.
If it lands at an
I will
angle...
We had this
Inspo it.
argument last
Yeah.
time.
I'm gonna
Well, if it
inspo
lands,
that.
you can bounce it off whatever you want, but it has to land on the table and not at an angle.
Okay, that's way better. I inspoed it.
You inspode it?
Yes, because this is important because you can't be naked anymore. So that is a dirty. That's 26.
Okay. For as long as you're deciding to have a slave, the responsibility of the slave's actions are on your own. So, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Managed to catch me, even with everything going down. I'm glad that you came to me first.
Oh,
It's a good decision. Got some armor. There's some chain down in the gully. Should be enough.
Samson smiles
Thank you.
upon you for doing such a wondrous action.
We thank you.
Shut up.
Just thank her normally, please.
I did.
No.
You didn't. Reword it.
I did.
Have you not been outside?
Sylvia, could
No.
Is it
Oh,
alright?
I've been outside plenty.
I don't believe in
sound like you've
hurting
never been
anyone, but
outside
I
of,
think
like,
him
one building
continuing
your
to talk
entire
will
life.
hurt himself.
The monastery is
Is
quite
there a way
large,
to
March.
silence him?
Why don't we just go
You're
get you dressed?
homeschooled. That explains so much. I like she like laughs at you for being homeschooled.
Why don't we just go get you dressed?
That sounds like a wonderful
Yeah.
idea.
Bambi? Could you bring him to go get changed? I would appreciate it so greatly. And your next round will be on me.
Alright, come on. Bembe like comes over. I realize like in this, I'm just like slowly like.
Manservant, dress him.
I'm slowly ticking through the NPCs. Like, there's a lot of pirate women here.
I know, that's what I was like.
Yeah. Bembe takes you. He needs to get cleaned up, but also the rest of you should probably look better before Sophia.
Do you happen to, and I say this out of kindness of heart, so that way he does not hurt himself in future, do you happen to know of any way to stop him from talking when we don't want
Why
him
would
to?
you ever want
You're
me
down-
to-
Upstairs.
Here.
You're not there.
Here.
You're not.
Three people just pointed at Jesse.
You're not here.
Cat with knives meme.
No, you're right.
He's like,
Lots of
shit.
memory. Did not realize I wasn't there.
Sorry.
As a slave, you've got to break him.
Break? No, I don't. I would not say break him. I was asking if that is a tool to simply.
Cut his tongue out.
Not permanently. Okay, what about some very strong rope or something? Or just
What is a rope gonna do for him? He would chew through
Are
it.
you giving him a sword?
the.
What's rope? No.
Your mother, do you have a way to stop talking? I would love to know. Just don't put notes in throat. I would appreciate it.
Maybe he just shouldn't start conversations.
No, Romancer is very much about doing other things.
I'm scared to bring him to our lunch.
Ilmater does not like slavery in general.
No, yeah.
Well,
She's
don't
No,
pray
he's
to
probably not a fan of this
Don't
slavery.
No.
pray to them. I don't need
She's
anything
fine.
else
she's
on my
like we're gonna.
conscience.
Well, that's why she's been like, okay, so I'm gonna treat you like a normal ass person
Yeah.
because she can't control Sylvie, but she
You
is.
did not pay for it. You bought.
She
you went
helped.
to a slaver.
She bought
and
him
you-
to free him.
You put in your money,
To free him.
But we
but
own
you
him.
haven't freed him.
Yeah.
He has no more bindings, right?
No. He's still a slave.
We still own him.
Well,
You haven't like gone to like the registrar and like freed him.
oh, that's
Because I assume that costs money, which we don't.
No.
Well,
You
that's
can do
some.
that.
Yeah, we gotta check that out
You just have to
sometime.
be the master and say that
I-
free the slave, and you gotta sign paperwork.
Oh,
It doesn't cost you money.
I was about to say, like, I thought, like, your master said you are now free. But
Like
now
a what?
there's a registrar. Yeah, he is going. Well, the luncheon, yes, that is going to be a problem. Is it kind way to make him not talk?
If he talks like that to Sophia, he's probably gonna turn into a statue.
Yeah, I know.
Or be charmed.
Okay, yeah, so it's very. It's what is on
So
good.
if he's charmed, will he talk?
If he wants her to, yes.
Whatever she wants him
Do you
to
think
say.
if I request that, she would do it?
Potentially.
Uh,
But there's also a chance that
She might want a deal.
she might. You might be giving. In charming him, you might be giving her him, and she might not give back her toy.
If
But I
she-
own him, that's stealing.
well, the problem.
Well, we're pirates.
Well, that's mean.
What?
Welcome to Pinion.
It's mean.
Okay, different plan. Separate plan from convincing Snake Woman to make him malleable. What if we tell him that Samson looks unkindly upon people that open mouths when they don't want them to be
I
open?
don't think he'd believe us because we're not Samson.
He's
Okay.
only gonna respect strength.
Let me change this slightly. It's a Sylvian go. You can choose who goes. Who do you want to go? Because I can take him to go do something else. I can be with you. He can go to temple and give prophecies.
So if this is if we're going to split up, you could go to the temple to try to get Unga to talk, and I could go to the lunch.
Yes, but
Or we could all go to the lunch and you could babysit him the whole time.
I could try to do this.
I also feel like if we give him food, he might be distracted.
The Solalians are still after you. Do you think it's wise to split your party up?
Not
No.
particularly,
They seem
but
to be
No, I don't think so.
consistent.
Cho is like, I'm just praying to any god at this point that he doesn't fuck up the dinner.
Any god?
Specifically a mater, but also if Sandsman happens to hear and he's like, yeah, shut
Well,
the
there
fuck
are
up,
other gods.
that'd be cool.
There are other gods that might want to listen to your prayers. Any
Oh,
god?
right, no. Let's not actually. That was just
Okay.
fucking figure of speech, you
Sylvia is
sadistic.
thinking of any god at this point.
Yeah, but you're not an
Interesting.
aasimar.
I am not. So that
Are
does.
you even religious? Probably not.
Are you gonna find God in this campaign?
God, no.
You
that
might have
phrase
a
alone.
healthy fear of Siri, where it's like, it's in the ocean. She could just be like, I'll destroy your ship.
What is Siri, the goddess of the ocean?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm making my phone react.
Is she the, like, what, is she like the patron goddess of sailors or something? Or what is she? What's her stick?
Sailors do, you're decent religious and you came from a religious place.
Oh.
She is like, a lot of sailors pray to her and like sacrifice to her to bring good tidings with them.
Okay.
So that they'll go easy on her their
She,
ship.
is she like a benevolent god? Is she capricious? Is she...
She's capricious as hell.
Okay. Okay.
I steal. It don't matter.
This is really good popcorn spice.
Probably going to hell anyway, so.
You would have dude.
So,
We melt together.
I can babysit.
Nope, I'm
You
good.
have him on your belt. Like he's
He doesn't
not
have
on
a belt, it's just on his tail.
Oh, you're just holding it.
How's... So, different question. I only brought this, and she's like thumbing her... What do you call it? Like a tabard? What, like monks wear? What's the term?
Sure, like a tabard.
Yeah. She's like thumbing her like brown tabard with red beads. I only brought this.
Yeah, you did. Would Sylvia have a part of her, like, would she have her own private quarters?
No, you like the captain has private quarters.
Absolutely.
Everyone else has like less private. You gotta
Okay.
kind of share a bit. Why?
Because, like, I would, like, because I would assume that like she like kept shit on the ship, so I didn't know if it was like in a more like private space because she was obviously like kind of not necessarily like the right hand, but she was still kind of up there. So I didn't know if she got like a different privilege on the boat.
You're like a valued contractor.
Yes.
Because you're like on a contract. It's not like Bembe's been here for a while. Bembe's been here longer than you. Bembe will probably be here after you go. Like I'm gonna go do bounty hunter things elsewhere. So like you're not current. Like if one of the captains of her other ships were to die, you're not like you're in the running for that. It's like no, that first mate's gonna get promoted, and then someone else is gonna get put in those first mate. So. There is an area down there for you. I remember there was a chest that you had.
Yes.
Where you had some of your own personal stuff. But it's not like, you don't have, like, privacy down there.
Yeah, that was fine. I was just trying to check. Because, like, so in my brain, like, Sylvie probably has, like, spare clothes. Like, she has shit down there.
Yes.
I just wanted to check that my brain was thinking the same as yours.
You are wood elven woman shaped.
Correct.
And that is
No,
a
absolutely.
giant Garfield furry.
I would figure it out.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that like my brain was making the same like visual picture as like you had as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
We do have to get you changed though.
If you have the wrong popcorn in the wrong place.
Please drink water. Hydrate.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm free of popcorn.
Don't do that.
If you have
Do
long,
whatever I want.
I don't trust you.
do you have long
What? No,
piece
no.
of cloth, long strip?
I have hammocks.
We could make a what's that thing, toga, out of long cloth for me. They
We
can
could
look fancy.
try. I'm sure I got a brooch somewhere that I stole.
You use hammocks?
Maybe not a
Look
hammock.
like you're wearing hammocks.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Actually, question: what are these hammocks made of? Are they
I
just
have,
like the
like,
fishnet
probably-
versions, or like?
I honestly,
Hempen rope.
I really meant to
Like-
say blanket, but like hammock came out.
Okay,
honestly.
blanket.
In my brain,
You have money now. You can spend it in getting better
I know
clothes.
I have money now, but I have money again.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should look, but
I
plus
don't-
we get Unga's bounty.
As you guys are discussing getting better clothes, we're gonna go over to getting armor. As Bembe goes, all right,
Fashion day.
You're what? How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10"? Okay.
Like,
And she like is like starting like go through like opens up a chest with a key. She's going through and she's like she like holds up like a chainmail that has like a big hole through it. It's like this one will work. Jonathan.
And I take 10 minutes to put on my armor, because that's what the handbook said.
Yeah, fair enough. You put on some chainmail armor, some leather straps and stuff. This seems to have been taken from some sort of sailor. The designs
is
and
it
stuff.
stinky? Is it stinky? Like, does it smell like water?
It got washed before they put it in there, but they haven't like.
That's so
kept
nice
it.
of them.
Yeah, like this is like something that they could possibly could have sold, but you do see that there's like some blood stain at one point, and you're like, oh, this person probably died. It is a like a sailor's uniform, specifically from the eastern portion of March, which is now currently in a civil war with the rest of March.
Can I tell what kind of armor class it gives me by putting it on?
It's chainmail, so it'll be 16.
Okay, and that's heavy?
It's heavy.
Okay. This is pretty good. What else do you have?
You looking for a shield?
I am looking for a shield.
This hands over. It's a Thorka shield. It's like a heavy dwarven shield, rounded, with a big old like middle like what's it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The center
yeah,
point.
the center middle dome thing.
We can just call it a dome bulb metal.
I remember there was a term for it.
I'm gonna Google anatomy
Go
of a
for it.
shield.
How's that? How's that feel?
This feels good. I like this.
Okay. You now, chainmail gives you 16, shield gives you a +2, so that's 18, plus your fighting style, you're up to a 19 armor class.
Sick.
That's so exciting for you.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad. Honestly.
Shield book with a like a little
Shield butt.
asterisk over you can like an asterisk over you.
Shield view. Okay.
Myself, Samson, and the entirety of March's army thanks you.
The entirety.
You don't have much friends who are not devoted to Samson, do you?
Why would I make friends with people who aren't devoted to Samson?
Real.
Wow. And she just like, so you meet someone whose like worldview is so small? Like, what's it like living like you? Gosh, Bembe's a pirate. So Bembe's just like, all right, why don't you go up and meet up with your master?
Master?
You're a slave.
Oh yeah, which one's my master? Samson is my only master, but what do you mean?
Given how I heard that she had to buy, I'm guessing probably Sylvia's your master.
Oh, Sylvie. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. And I will make my way up to
Better
her.
be careful with that. Some people have, if they think that you're just a runaway slave, they'll try and capture you and sell you back.
Huh. I have the protection of Samson. No, I don't have to worry about that.
Good luck.
I
You're
love
gonna need more than that.
I love Bembe.
Just
There is
Bembe's
nothing
just kind of
more
like
than that.
you're a long way from March.
March is everywhere.
No,
Yeah.
that's like saying that like France is everywhere. It's not. It's not everywhere. It's this one place.
March is in my heart, and that's what matters.
Oh,
March is in you too.
gracious. Just like
Sylvia's now realized that a
Nationals.
lot of time has passed, and she's probably like meeting you halfway. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Come the fuck on, we have to go."
Hey, I was just telling Bembe about Samson.
They don't care. Come on.
We'll talk more later.
They'll connect later. Come on. Thank you.
you bought the unbroken one, really?
How rich do you think I am?
I don't know. You could have asked. Or do you want to buy? You could have asked Brenda.
I was
How
already.
did you afford this?
I had to split him 3 ways.
Okay, who are the other 2 owners? Or who was in the paperwork?
Did we all sign the paperwork? Or is it only under me?
I think it's only to you. Joe wouldn't have signed for a slave.
Oh. So it's me.
You're the slave master.
Fuck, it's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me.
I love you went through this like 5 stages of grief and came out with joy at the end. Like
I just. I love you like, I'm a place to escape this fantasy, and there are just so many responsibilities that's been tacked onto your character. Like, you have so many things to do and not enough time to do it.
We're gonna need
Hot
to put
touche,
tax.
realism. Like,
Huck touche, is that your spit sound effect?
why not? Hot touche.
Touche.
I'm not gonna actually spit. I'm not.
I
No, that's true.
appreciate it.
It'd land right in the popcorn.
Yo. Alright, so what are you guys doing now?
We should try to turn in this bounty as soon as we can and show Natalia about
We should.
dinner.
Yeah. No, I agree. We should clean up first and swing by the shops before we head over to Natalie.
I don't have money.
I know, I do.
Oh.
We'll all have more money if we turn in the bounty first, but we can stop at the shops first.
Oh, no, that's fair. I didn't think of that. We should do that first then.
We also don't know how long it will take to do. How long does it take to turn in bounty hunter?
Probably not long.
Is that true?
Well, so turning in the bounty,
Well, we have to get him to. We have to fucking go to the temple to get him to talk.
you've got to get out of the temple to get him to talk, which is going to be an extra complication. And also, you are the last known contacts with N,
I know.
and N is wanted by Natalie, so that complicates things. And then if you go and like, hey, we have proof of the ended army, he's now going to start moving his plans, and he's going to start rapidly doing that, and he's going to start. Once he seems as like the war general of the king, it's going to be much harder to dethrone him. So if there's something else you want to do then before that, You got to figure out what order operations you want to do your thing. So
Warning, this will progress the story. Get everything done you want done before you do it.
We really need
and
to
not doing it
dethrone him?
changes the story.
Telltale Games, your choices matter.
Okay, here's the thing. Do we really need to dethrone Natali if he's gonna go all war general on the Embraced? Is that not what we want?
I imagine we're not still in like the captain's quarters, right? We're like walking at this point.
You guys are, I imagine, walking somewhere through the town. You guys do that?
Cho's gonna be like looking around as they talk, just in case anyone's trying to eavesdrop on us. But
Go ahead and make a perception check.
word. I'll pat myself. I hit the bowl. Whatever.
You pat
9.
yourself on every roll you make.
Well, kind of. It has to be for ability checks, so and not
And it's like an action to do it. So if it's
in a fight, like
in a fight, and I will say, I think because it's an action, we might have to do some things like. I suddenly try to remember. It's like. There's got to be like an idea of like when do you have time to do these things? Okay. What'd you get?
13. There's someone with us.
No one that you can see.
Okay. So she'll keep looking around. And as she's talking, she's like, "Why don't we want him again? I remember Sylvia, you seem to have something for that."
Do.
Yeah, I do.
He's Now Sylvie would start to like kind of look around and.
I'll make for that as well. Go ahead.
Pat.
Why are you patting her?
Because
Why?
apparently she's looking around and she's like, "Oh, you need clarity."
She's just looking.
Yeah, and she does not
She's not
want to
closing
fuck
her eyes.
around. She's not close. Yeah, too bad. Pat. Well, that's a 2. Flew out of my hand. 15 base plus your perception.
17.
That's better than I got.
No one you can see. People are like here. They are walking about. There is like you see lizard folk talking to a dwarf, and you see an elf chatting with a halfling, and you see like different people talking and stuff. People like bringing food about, and you smell like grilled pineapple and chicken up on strings together. You see that there are some like on like sticks like thick bugs that have been like covered in like seasonings and stuff. There are like lizards that have been like being hawked and sold. Also like on sticks and there are like essentially like bao buns with other like things inside of them. Like people are selling things and cooking things. And there are definitely people here, but no one seems to be like following you. You see that there's like there's like a hill giant who's like trying to like play a game of like checkers or whatever on the corner. But even with the oddity of an aasimar and a tiefling in one group together, people aren't paying you much mind.
We can see.
But you can see.
Can I check to see if I noticed them looking around?
What? Cho's
Sure.
not like
Are
careful
you
about
not
it.
walking with
Luigi
us?
wouldn't even think to look around, so he's got to notice that you guys are
Oh,
looking
Oh,
first.
okay. Period.
That's a nat 1, -1. That's a 0.
You got a 0.
I feel like I should walk around. with
He's
you on
blind.
a
He's
fucking-
blind. He's like a
Oh,
horse with blinders on. He's just walking forward. And like those skeletons that would like
I feel
run into
you're,
something and change
picking
direction.
dandelions off to the side. Like you're just like
The
looking-
last of the thieving.
You're just like, and you're like trying to like, you're like noticing that we're like walking ahead of you, and then you're like running with the little dandelions to catch up. Like you're not even in the conversation.
What do I get for 0 perception?
For 0, you look around and you notice that there are geese in the sky. And you think that one of those geese is the goose that you met earlier. That goose is following you.
Oh, you're feeding his paranoid delusions. No.
Why would you do that to me?
Sick. I have a stalker.
I ever.
Do you mention the goose?
Do you mention?
At think that's the goose that I yelled at earlier. It's still scared of me.
What?
Sylvie doesn't even fucking look up. She does not even
See it? It's that
acknowledge.
one over there, Chow.
There's several geese flying.
No. It's that one. Look where I'm pointing.
That's just not the goose.
It's a cloud.
It's not the goose.
I mean,
Samson wants you to acknowledge the action you did earlier, so he's reminding you of it.
oh, that is such a good insight. You know what? That's probably what's going
You
on
must
here.
pay penance for it.
Oh, penance? Samson would be proud. He's reminding me how proud he is of me.
Sure.
So how does he deliver punishments to you?
How
does he tell you that you've done wrong? And you
Actually,
must...
In theory, I don't really know, because it's never happened.
Then
Let's
how
take
do
a
you not
Samson
know?
talk break for a second. So what does he do?
Samson looks over my homeland.
Right. What else? Like, what is his thing?
He's the god of strength. He provides me with strength. He provides my brethren of March with strength. And anywhere that there is strength to be found, surely in this creature when he was living, that is the work of Samson.
Is that not covered by many gods? All of them with a specific claim to strength?
There are many false gods, but them covering the claim does not make it so.
Well, what of gods of war that give you strength in battle?
What makes
Ilmater
Samson
gives-
the non-fake god?
Because the scripture says so.
But what about their scripture?
The scripture is incorrect.
Why is yours the only one that's correct?
It has been around the longest, and it's the most credible.
I could find very ancient scripture.
How do you know that's the only one that's
Yes,
been
but
around for
that's
a long
not real.
time when all of the other ones have been around for a long
So,
time and
wait.
probably overlapped with each other?
Look, I'm not here to convince you that
No,
my
but you
teachings
are.
correct. They simply are.
That's not correct.
No, you're here
You
to
are here
convince
to
people
try to
of
convince
many
people
things.
that Samson is like the one true god. So now you're lying
is.
on Samson.
That is punishable.
That seems punishable. You should be quiet for a little bit to repent.
That was good. That was so good.
Thank you.
I have some philosophical questions now to think on. Thank you for helping me further my
Absolutely.
faith.
When you need clarity again, you just let me know.
Can I roll a religion check for what I'm getting out of this moment of clarity?
Okay.
18.
You convinced
18.
the
Can I do a persuasive check to keep him in this moment?
Do you want a pet?
I'm gonna handle this religion check first, and then if you guys want to do a persuasion check, you can create a DC in your head for what they're gonna do to you. I don't make that. I don't govern checks like that between you guys two. You guys just figure that out yourself.
Thanks. I don't know how I thought of that actually.
18.
So you think about the story that that Samson was the god who threw the moon into the night sky. And in doing so, allowed for there to be occasional light at night so people could see, and how that helped out his people that he was taking care of, and how it helps out March and this country that's been around for forever. There has been times where he's interacted with other creatures, and I've been told that those are lesser beings. They're not really gods, you know. But other people are yeah, the moon is a celestial being. She's a real god, and Orlum is the god of the sun, and Samson and Orlum do not get along. So it's oh, okay, and he is the sun as well. So it's well. Maybe it's a thing of there are other gods, but Samson's the head god. He's the coolest.
He's the coolest.
You know? So it's maybe there are other gods. The idea of a god being the chose, where it's I take on pain for other people. It's no. Samson's I inflict pain when they act wrong, when they are improper like this. When you step to me, I grind you into the dirt. You don't extended a helping hand like that. You do shield those that you want, but you shield your own. You don't save the enemy. There's no point in that.
Okay.
Just an interesting dichotomy between your two gods.
I cannot wait for there to be a moment where I was oh, let me help
Is it
them.
Ilmater Jesus? Is that like the inspiration there? Because
don't
everything
know.
I see of Ilmater is very Jesus-like.
Ilmater is like,
There's a lot of Jesus vibes.
yeah, Ilmater, yeah. I'll save your soul in your final moments if you need it. Type beat.
That
Yeah,
just
Nolan do
sounds
more
like
than that.
Jesus.
Oh, he does, but that's another. He'll do that, like in top of everything else.
There's nowhere that's too far that you can go that Ilmater will not try and grab you out of there.
Yep. I think like there's a god of pain and misery, and Ilmater's like, no, I could see her be redeemed. She could make up for what she's done. Yeah, like
You could redeem
So you accept all red flags, basically, as redeemable, as like green flags.
No, it's not that they're green flags. They're still red flags, but it's
They're
that
pink flags.
no, they're still red flags. But it's the fact that if you notice what you've done is wrong, there is a path to atonement where you can make up for what you've done. There is always a chance for you to do better. And by doing better, you can better both yourself and those around you.
So we had this conversation in character. You asking about Ilmater?
No, that was just a me question.
Oh.
Okay.
I apologize.
Sylvia doesn't care about the gods.
I feel like she's an atheist, right?
Probably.
You're talking to a prophet and you're like, nah, I'm not interested in this.
Nah.
Not your uniqueness over here.
Luigi has now had the realization that it's probably rude to call Ilmater a false god, even though he does still believe it. He's realized that maybe it's a little bit rude. If I rolled lower on the religion check, then that would not have happened.
I agree. I'm so proud of your roll.
You did good.
What are you guys doing now?
I don't know, I guess I tried.
I think we're still rolling up to Natalie's place.
I think that if we do that first, we're
No, we're not going to Natalia's place first. That progresses everything too much.
Where
Shopping.
are we? Oh yeah, shopping.
going shopping.
But
Wait, what is wrong with Natalia then? You have issues with him, yes?
I got issues.
What are issues?
I don't believe he's been as truthful to the civilians as he could have been, and is working behind the scenes. Please don't die.
Not until D&D is done.
So there is just something off about him.
Oh.
what do you mean more specifically? Because there's something off about everyone in New Pinion,
Fair.
except for me.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. So stop. When you giggle, I lose it.
There's so many things to giggle about. And Cho is a giggler because she's a hyena. I'm sorry, redeemed gnoll.
Like you threatened a fisherman who was helping us. So everyone's
Well, he
a little
deserved
off.
it.
No, he didn't.
So
I actually agree with him. He did not deserve it.
we got what we needed. It's fine.
I don't think it makes it fine.
It's fine. So I lost my train of thought because you giggled.
You were talking about how Natalia is not good, man?
So because we are two in public, I feel like this is not a conversation that we should be having. But I fear as if he is involved in the wrong things, and it will affect New Pinion in a grander scheme than just the undead.
Just the undead? The undead is a little more than just. Did you see the same encampment that we did?
Absolutely. But there's a lot more also going on, and I think...
What else do you think we could do to this place? You can whisper it. I have very big ears. And she like flicks one of her ears down.
Love it.
Yeah, because like I have big
Remember
ol' ears.
how we all have those people that we consider like the bad guys to us, and like we're the people that we hate them, and like getting involved with them would probably like really like fuck us up a little bit.
I would not say it in such terms, but I know
Correct.
that there are yes, sure.
And you probably as well.
Sure.
Yeah, that is who I think he is involved with. I think he is involved with.
Why?
I'm imagining what Luigi thinks it is. It's like The Noriticals?
I'm
the
sorry,
traitors? The people who are going against March? And it's like, he's got the completely wrong idea. It's like, it's not what we're talking about.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, Luigi has no idea.
Yeah, you're like, huh?
Yeah, you were like, sure. And I was like, yeah, no.
I don't know what
He's
doing with
gone.
those guys over there. You're talking about the Commodium Empire.
Yes. I couldn't think of how to say
Luigi
it.
does think you're talking about the blasts.
Which is fine, because I can use that to my advantage right now. So,
I'm looking forward to that like scene later on where like Sylvia comes up to Cho is like, bad news. Luigi got captured. Good news. Luigi doesn't know anything.
literally, like, the
Sauron knows
information,
everything Pippin knows.
like, we're good. We're
He
fine.
doesn't know anything. Okay.
We're fine. So,
How close are we to the shop?
You guys, where are you guys going? You guys are going to the shop?
we're in the shops.
You guys are going to the shops?
We're in the shops. I have to trust my team.
Okay. So you guys can buy like new clothing that is like just like regular common clothing. That's 5 silver.
Clothing. You like kind of almost died.
Regular common clothing, just like things that you would wear for like whatever. That's 5 silver. That's like shirt and pants. If you want to do like a traveler's clothing, that's a little bit like more sturdier and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be 2 gold each.
Okay.
And then fine clothing, this is like nice stuff. This might affect some changes like how you guys talk to some people. Is 15 gold per, but you're like aristocratic. It's like nice
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, what do we all look like right now? I realize that we've been through a fight. Cho has been down, and she's probably covered in her own blood. What is the state of everyone? I guess.
You could get cleaned up and you would still be looking humble, but like Ilmater is pretty far as you can get from prideful.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. The dude, for context,
Yeah.
Ilmater walks around with just like a fucking like ruined set of pants, and then is just usually just depicted like frail and bleeding because he's always taking pain.
He's depicted as crippled.
Yeah.
Like that's one of his monikers is the crippled god.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I
actually forgot about that.
Which I will say, I've taken him and I've twisted him from Forgotten Realms. He's like similar, but I've been like, I'm gonna make him mine.
Okay.
Because yeah. So like, if you want to know more information, I recommend going to me and then going to the website.
That's fair.
You have a chain on, but even with that, you can kind of see like underneath it, you're still like you still got like the slaves like shirt and pants and like the slaves footwear or whatnot. You've been roughed up a bit at times, so like this is just like it's not that bad to you. You don't really need to get changed if you didn't want to.
So I have to.
Up to you guys.
I have to change my children, basically.
I have to change.
Up to you. You guys could go there if you want, and just kind of as you guys are, and maybe just bathe.
What are everybody's thoughts?
I don't think we need to dress up fully aristocratic.
I
Because
agree.
if Sophia knows who we are, she's gonna know that that's not us. But we can dress up a bit.
I would say so.
I would humbly disagree only because I know that people of a different class like it when you dress up. And if we're going to be interacting with captains to convince them to help us fight undead, we need to appease them.
They're pirates, though, and that does add to it.
And they are very prideful.
Depends on the captain.
It does depend on the captain.
Like,
What do
I
you...
feel like Sophia would want us to appear well put together.
okay.
So what do
If I
you...
remember the vibe she gave.
She is the most aesthetically inclined out of all of
Correct.
them. Like, you go to Isel, you could go to him like naked, and he's like, okay. Like, it doesn't really like do anything to him. Like, he doesn't really care. He might ask you why, but that's like as far as he goes. What?
Do you think he gets a boner?
Shut.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, I'm gonna beat you with a pillow.
He has to manually
Lovingly.
activate it with a bone that he keeps in his desk drawer.
It's the bone that he uses to dissuade
That's
that
the
fucking
opposite of
meowing
inspiration.
skeleton.
Give you like outspiration for that.
Outspiration.
You get to reroll one for dice.
A fucking detriment.
So good.
That was really good.
I literally thought about it and I waited for you to stop talking.
You turn so red.
She's giggling.
Just the boner joke. The skeleton boner.
Because he's all bones.
You think he plays
you
himself
for
like a xylophone when he's
You're
bored?
welcome. For the people who are just
Almost
listening.
definitely.
Rather humorous. So
I'm gonna beat you with a pillow. There's gonna be a pillow fight at some point. I'm gonna decimate both of
Ew,
you.
not pillow fight.
What? Okay, wait. What's the lore between you and pillows that you hate it so much?
Are we in character? Do you hate pillows? Does Sylvie hate pillows?
No.
This is an exclusively Jess
Okay.
interaction, I think.
Sorry, we should
come
be in
back.
character.
Where are you guys going?
We should figure out what we're dressed as. So,
At the very least, you should look fancy.
I should look fancy?
You were the one that she invited by name.
Yeah, I guess.
You were on there by name.
No, it said Co. There is no H.
Means company.
Are you sure it wasn't a misspelling?
No, they invited you and Samson and Cho.
Oh, okay. Samson
Yeah.
was invited.
So,
Samson is always invited.
No, this is
going to
bite us in future.
probably, but I've accepted that. So, I'm not the one that fucking dresses up. Okay. But you should get changed.
Okay. What should I change it into?
I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
Anything that, well, I mean, the main thing you must dress is here, and then I don't need anything for my legs. They're difficult to find pants for anyway. They're like special.
You're not gonna wear pants.
She's gonna wear something underneath it, but like a
Oh,
dress,
okay.
like you know, like a fucking
Okay, I
coat or
didn't know if
something.
you were just going like hams out.
No, no. Like maybe there's like, I guess if people are like, I really want to see some gnoll thigh, the furries are
Oh, we're
gonna
getting
be feasting.
thigh?
But that's it.
A little bit of knee.
Like, so the way I imagine it,
Fine.
The ankle.
yeah. I don't know what he.
How long is so? Okay. Who's getting new clothes?
I would like new clothes, but the money's not mine.
You should get new clothes. You are my slave.
Okay.
You should be dressed better.
Are you getting new clothes?
I should get new clothes.
There is. How nice are you going?
Well, apparently I should dress the nicest, so I'll be the most expensive.
The most expensive is 15 gold pieces. There is basic commoners clothes that's 5 silver, which is half a gold.
Yeah. I should dress the nicest. Just give me the 15.
Why?
Please describe, as you get properly dressed up for this, what does Sylvie look like when she wears fine clothes?
Uncomfortable.
Ooh. Is it like, do you have like a dress?
No, I shouldn't do a dress. She would kill me, so no. I'm not gonna do a dress because I respect Sylvie as an individual, and I wouldn't do that to her.
Okay.
What?
Because, no, I just like, because if she was in a dress, she'd be pissed the whole time, and she'd be more irritable, and the interaction would not go well. So to save us and myself from having to be fully irritated the whole time, she probably dresses up more so, like, she gets, like, the nicer pants, and, like, she gets, like, the nicer,
What about a suit?
like,
Feminine suit.
I can't think of the word that I'm trying. Tunic?
Blouse?
Tunic?
You could do a tunic if you want. That's like Link.
Oh, no, then. That's not what I'm thinking. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to describe it.
What's a part of?
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I will say though, as you get finally dressed for this, they then ask you what you'd like to dress your slave with. Like, they do not ask for your opinion at all.
You know, for this place being called New Pinion, you don't have many opinions to give.
You know what the word pinion means?
Huh?
Do you know what the word pinion means?
I know it's a structure or
Part of
something.
a shackle.
Ah.
Cover. Which part?
It's the bar part.
Well,
Interesting.
It's also a bird's wing. What the frick? Why is everyone just taking the word pinion? Get it out of here!
Is there, because you know how everyone can recognize a slave by the clipped ears. Is there some sort of indicator for a freed slave?
ear prosthetics.
Some of them do get like ear, essentially prosthetics for it. And the idea of like, if you are not a freed slave and you are found wearing a prosthetic, it's like, oh, there's like your master will punish you
Does
for
that
that.
seem fancy?
Okay.
Hell yeah, that looks
Okay.
fancy.
Yeah. What's
Okay,
up?
this is what I'm imagining in my brain.
Ah!
With
like
like
a
pants
corset.
though. Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. That is how I picture it.
So it's a like a Renaissance.
Is there
more
also
leather
the
armor
fucking
than,
like
corset-esque?
deeper V?
Fuck it, yeah, we'll go V for V.
How deep of a V are you going?
How much of a cleavage shot are we getting?
Is this like down to the belly button?
Holy
No.
fuck!
I'd say like sternum.
Okay, sternum. So like a deep V.
Yeah.
I don't feel like asking
Yeah.
you to describe how big your chest is. We're just gonna leave that to the imagination.
Whatever you guys want it to be.
What camp are you in? Small titty Sylvie or big titty Sylvie? Vote now at 518 rock, 518 roll.
Don't do that at all. No.
Whatever you want it to be, guys. Whatever you imagine. For the
Definitely
viewers at
author.
home.
One of the things that I've learned about like it's just like, hey, we can do like bath scenes, but it gets gross as soon as anyone describes their bits. It's like, and if you don't describe it, it's like, oh, we can be like cordial with it. But as soon as everyone's like, and then my massive dog, it's like, all right, get out of here. I
My
don't want this to
sensual
gross.
fucking palm. My elongated wrist.
My titties, and it's like, all right, this is stop it. But
Bath
Really?
scenes,
Important-
they conveniently placed bubbles.
She's probably small titty committee.
okay,
I love that terminology, firstly. Secondly, important question.
yeah,
Do gnolls have humanoid build when it comes to their memories, or
Sure.
hyena build when it comes to their
Whatever
memories?
you want.
you have humanoid,
Okay.
I guess.
I just wanted...
I'm interested in damage rolls. I don't really care about genitalia.
I'm only
Not interested in
asking,
that.
because then my next question would be, how much are the fucking, like, any sort of upper underwear for gnoll women if they had 6? That would be
don't
fucking
know.
absurd.
That seems like
Remember, like,
conversation we'll
a
figure out.
minute ago when you were like,
Never.
I don't want to talk
Never.
about
Figure it out.
it.
Let's not talk about genitalia and continue
Cheers.
moving on the story.
Cheers.
You get a very nice, like essentially like white blouse-esque with the red, not like corset, like leathers with it, with the lace going down there with the deep in the sternum, showing off maybe like a lot of like your ratty tattoos. You
Probably,
have.
yeah.
And like maybe some of the nice ones too that you have.
Probably, yeah.
But you are in like better leathers for your pants and stuff. And like it looks newer and such. You seem to be adequately put together. How much money are you spending on your slave?
What was the middle option?
The middle option for traveler's clothes is 2 gold pieces. Alternatively, you could also put him in a costume for 5.
A costume. A
What are my
costume.
options?
You could put him in a clown outfit. There's like a jester's one. There's like a fun, decently well like dragons one.
That could be good. We'll come back to that idea.
Okay.
We'll come back to that idea when I
After
have
you have more money.
When I have more gold, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
So what is your slave wearing?
You may get the 2 gold pieces off it. So whatever
Okay.
you want it to look like.
Okay.
Is 2 gold pieces enough to have a
Patent pending.
jacket and ascot?
Sure.
Sick.
Is that all you're getting?
And pants.
Okay.
Yeah,
need
like
pants.
new shirt and pants and like, but you get like a jacket. What's your kind of jacket you wear?
Like a suit jacket to go with the ascot.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Got it. And you've got like chainmail over that, or
Yes.
So it's like the chainmail comes down here, and there's like ascot, shirt. There's like layers to it.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys get better. You spend
17.
17 gold pieces to get some better looking clothes. Does Cho change at all?
She can rearrange how her tabard is worn.
Do you want a nice little cloth thing with like nicer quality?
Sure.
Okay, I'll just show.
Which, how you looking?
I guess she'd probably get like similarly brown.
You could match me.
Yeah,
We're
sure.
red.
Well, she has the red beads already.
Oh, fair. Okay.
And she's gonna keep that.
Okay.
She might get like. What are the holy colors of El Mater here?
The holy colors of El Mater, there is the brown, which is just his like basic like clothing style that he wears. It's like very humble. It's like not dyed. It's like woven and stuff. And then there is the red, which is the color of beads.
And that's it?
That he's only got like the two colors. He's not like Orlam's like one of his things is because he's the sun god. He has like the rainbow. That's like part of his thing. And they're like Siri has like more like the ocean, different like colors of like blue and such. As well like some really like dark blues, which represent different things in that religion. But for you, he's not fancy.
Would the colors of bruises or like a bloodied body or tears not be considered El Mater? Because he's known as like, is he known as a crying god here too?
He is known as the crying god.
Okay.
Yeah.
What Cho will grab is.
Interesting.
I'm trying to.
It's
I'm
probably
like.
the first time you get like properly fancied up in your entire life.
This is why she's like. I imagine she's actually like staring at the cloth cards like. Oh. I imagine by the end of it,
It's like oranges and stuff too.
yeah, has
Whatever
she?
you want.
I'm trying to think of something that is not sinful.
What are the sinful colors?
Well, there are no sinful colors,
So pick a color.
but decadence is not exactly celebrated.
It's a gift.
It is a gift, but well, then you pick. What would you like against Whitefoot?
Cop out.
She's picking like I like. Does this all fit gnolls, by the way?
You're like if you're buying fine clothes, you're at a tailor's.
Oh, got it.
Like
Yeah.
they're making it for you. It's not it fits you really well.
Got ya.
Like your outfit that you got right on Sylvia fits you very well. It's nice.
Then,
Ew.
Cho, the only thing I will say is that I am keeping the beads.
Well, yeah, that's your thing.
Fair. And everything else, I guess, is. I'm admittedly not. I was prepared to wear a tabard my whole life. I don't know fashion.
How nice are you going?
Nice clothes, and I suppose.
Are
Well,
you going like 15 gold pieces fancy, or are you going?
No, I honestly think Cho would like kill herself low key if she was that fancy.
she can't deny a gift.
She can't. So I'll go the middle ground, which was what, the 2 gold
2
pieces?
gold pieces?
So 2 gold pieces.
These are decently well made. They're a bit tougher, but you still have a lot of like the browns that you have right now.
Okay.
If you guys want to, because I know that you draw. If you want to draw what
Yeah, I'll
you look
figure-
like now,
I'll figure out some fashion
Let me
stuff.
know.
If you send me ideas of what Sylvia would say, like wear this Cho, because Cho will wear just about anything. She's used to just wearing a tabard most of her life.
I'm like trying to imagine you as a
Why the clown
hyena, and I
costume?
really can't. Like I have to honestly look it up.
Like it's an albino hyena. Like you're working with white with maybe gray spots every now and then.
Not realized Cho was albino.
I also don't think I remembered that Cho was albino until
She's also got a glowing
I was
halo.
picturing like hyena colors.
No, she's El Blanco.
Is that too fancy for Cho or something similar to that?
She'll work with
Because I
it.
have to imagine it
No,
in my
yeah,
brain.
that works.
Could you be more confident about what I picked? Do you really like that or not?
Sure. Yeah, it looks
That or
good.
would the simpler one be better for her?
Either of
Sylvie's
them
like
work.
showing off different like designs and stuff.
Cho's like Cho's
your
from-
gift.
Please answer in character.
That's fine. That is good.
This one?
Sure.
We're set on this?
Sure.
You would like them?
Sure.
Would you like thin silks?
Let me see.
Do you want softer material?
Sure.
Sylvie probably like reaches over and like feels what yours feels like now, and she's like,
It's probably like
It's a bit better than burlap.
just a smidge better than burlap.
"What are my other options in fabric?"
There are cottons that we have here. We have a nice Marchian cotton that we have, which is rather.
That's good stuff.
It's very popular, and we can also it takes dyes very quickly. We have a number of different colors for that. We have a Solalian silk, which I have to recommend. It is my personal favorite. I'm wearing it right now. It is comfortable in every season.
You want the marching Collin?
Sure. I sure.
What color? You pick or I have him pick?
Brown?
Do brown.
Brown?
Yes. Please. Yes, please.
Have you ever been shopping before?
No, I've not.
Oh, that is very sad. I imagine that like there's like a little montage of you like wearing different clothes.
Does the gnoll
like-
look good in a top hat?
Just, trying to look at different looks. What is the look that you eventually settle on?
I imagine it is something relatively simple. I'll combine the two pictures you sent.
That's fine. This one
So,
seems
like-
the most basic to me. That's
Yeah.
why I showed it.
So, like, it's still vaguely a tabard sort of fashion, but instead of, like, it's borderline burlap and the only things giving it shape are the beads she's tied around herself, I imagine it's, like, we could weave the beads into, like, the main question mark of the...
Sorry, now I'm distracted.
No,
now
it's
I'm
fine.
looking at visuals.
Taking the beads off.
No. They're
Okay.
staying there. I was saying for the future, but,
They do show you like there's other jewelry that you can purchase for an extra thing.
No.
They're trying to sell things.
No.
And it's like they're like, you want to buy the silks, right? And it's like no, out of the price range.
she walks out eventually with like a cotton sort of like tabard with like sort of maybe darker black pants, so that way it's something, and then maybe like a cloak for traveling, but there's still obviously the accents of like the beads are tied around her neck, they're tied around her waist, they're still woven around her arms up to like her shoulder, and they still kind of like, they don't drag, they're tied up enough, but they still go down, like if she were holding her arms like this, they still kind of dangle down about her legs, or well, not her legs, her like upper thighs, and I guess she looks more like she's ready to travel rather than like she's a monk that just fell out of a church.
Yeah. Cool.
And she blinks and just kind of quietly says, "Thank you for buying me a gift. You're welcome. It is kind." Can those blush in this setting, or the fur is too thick?
I think you have a snicker. That's a bit different.
Snicker. So there's like the nervous laugh of thanks, which I imagine is lower pitched than the panicky sound that hyenas tend to make when they're being hunted or hunting.
Okay.
31 gold now.
That's
Well,
still.
you've also got a 500 gold piece head with you, so
I know, so
I
we'll be
love
good.
how that's the
yeah.
No, we'll be good.
piece de resistance, the 500.
Do either of you need anything else?
Do you think we need anything else?
I think we're good.
I also think we're good, but I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page. Should we get healing potions?
It would be a good idea, because while
How much are healing potions?
You're gonna hate me.
I'm sure I fucking am.
Do I know how to make healing potions?
You can make healing potions.
What are the ingredients?
We'll have to buy the
You've just
ingredients.
fallen in a trap called Jessica loves to make potions and is like adoring of garden adjacent things.
Yeah.
What goes into a healing potion?
So, like, I'm not gonna like list out like these are the exact ingredients you need.
Yeah.
You do craft them differently because of the fact that you're crafting them via like your divine magic.
Okay.
Which is like different than like a alchemist
Yeah.
crafting, which would be
Demental.
different. So what we're gonna do is that you would just like buy ingredients.
Okay.
And so you would buy it at half price.
Mm-hmm.
So a health potion costs 50 gold.
So 25.
Like a minor. I'm imagining we're doing a minor one.
Yeah.
So it'd be 25 gold pieces to buy it, and then you would need some time in order to craft it. It would
Okay.
take like a bit of downtime.
Additional question for the future.
Yes.
When we're in the wilderness, could she make checks to try to find ingredients?
You could, yeah, you could, but you might find things that are not going to help you with that. Like it's,
Finds ingredients for poisons instead.
yeah, I mean it's a jungle.
Yeah, she'll. If it seems like it can be used in an Well, not alchemical sense, but I don't have
Delicious
a better word for
tea or deadly poison.
Oh, do you have proficiency in herbals and kit?
it. Deadly. I think so. I gotta double check because I only have clothes, simple weapons, and then my language is on here.
I don't think you have any tool proficiency. I don't think you know how to make a healing potion from.
I'll pull up the sorcerer starting things, but until then,
Maybe we'll craft a scroll.
scroll maybe.
Now that you guys have purchased better clothing, freshened up a bit, they do have abilities to also clean you a little bit, just a quick towel bath.
Did I get that blood stain off of my armor?
No proficiency of tools. You were right.
Nope, you're a slave.
You're I love how you rolled for who may be kind.
Just
Is this their charitable
no, you are
deed
not
for the
valued in
day?
society.
Yeah, okay.
So, or you are valued monetarily.
You're a commodity.
Yeah, it's not nice. Now that you guys are dressed better, where do you guys go?
So, if you don't want to bring this head to Natalie,
Yes.
then how are we going to turn in this bounty?
So I want to. You're rolling. I hate when you do that.
If you want to, then what's the problem?
I just think that we should do different steps before we do that.
So what steps would you recommend?
I think we should go see what Sophia wants.
You want to bring this head, worth 500 gold, to a pirate?
No one knows about that. Does anyone know what the beast of Baghdad Dash even looked like? Your captain didn't seem to know. And no one else seems to be approaching us. He's
No one. Make a perception check.
okay. Pat myself. Hit. That's a 17. Hit. That is a 18. Perception. 20. Dirty.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nobody that you can see.
Epic. Based and Collin.
I think Collin just might be messing with us and there's nobody following us.
I'm genuinely
I think if we
entertaining that
are
idea.
being followed, it's a shadow.
Oh fuck! Do we have extra shadows?
I really don't want to be carrying this head any longer than I have to, especially in
Do
a
we have
town of
extra
pirates.
shadows? If I look at the ground,
Especially going out of our way
No,
to go
that's
meet with a
I guess the
pirate.
shadows would be smart.
I think we need to turn this in as soon as possible.
Well, okay, so if not Natalie, for a wartime leader, who? Because the head could be a very good bargaining chip to get people on side of who you want. As well as only proof we have of undead, so we do need to keep it, but you could say part of gold will go to you. How common is 500 gold for most pirate people?
It's a whole lot more than we have.
Well,
So, for the captains, 500, it's not, they're not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to pick up 500 gold if it's on the street. They're going to pick it up, you know?
Yeah.
But, it's enough that you can't, buy out one of these major captains. There are also, there are more pirate captains than, the named ones that we've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, not that, powerful.
Influential.
They're not that influential. You could go to, another pirate and be like, hey, 500, come to our side. And they could be like, oh, yeah, what are we doing? And you could, rent a crew for a bit.
Yeah.
That sounds like money that we need, so I think that we should turn this into Natalie.
Yeah.
will that strengthen his position? So,
Oh, yeah, undoubtedly.
hang on. So, answer question though. Who instead, if not Natalie?
Glenda could be good.
Okay. Who is Glenda friends with amongst the captains?
Pietro.
Pietro. We could get.
She's on good terms with Sophia as well.
Yeah, Sophia.
Maybe so, but can Grenda give it? Is it Grenda or Glenda?
Oh, I said
Glenda.
Glenda. Is it Brenda?
Grenda is,
My captain.
yes.
Okay,
your
I said
captain.
Glenda.
Yeah.
Whoopsies. Sorry.
She also is generally on good terms
With most people, right?
With most of them.
Besides the blasts.
Yeah. She doesn't like the blasts. But
Nobody
that's
does.
Nobody does. That's the issue. Like, she's on good terms with everyone else. She does have, like, preferences. Like, she's not the biggest fan of Isel, but, like, she can work with him. She seems to be closer with Pietro and Sophia. And then, of course, there is... Gosh darn, Rosalind Silas, who you guys have all continually forgotten exists.
Oh my god.
The captain of Cerulean Hue, who is the more arcane-based of the pirate captains.
That's who I thought the Medusa lady was.
No.
I forgot about them. I don't have them written down at all.
How?
Yeah, like, they're here. They've like, done things
I
as
would-
well.
They don't exist.
I forgot they existed.
I would argue that getting the arcane pirates are pretty important for us.
No, and I totally agree now that I remember who they are.
Okay, but who else here? Okay.
Sorry.
So,
If you remember, Rosalind Silas seemed to be closer with the Solalians. Given the fact that she is more arcane-based and a high elf, it's not like it's like, oh, she's probably Solalian herself. And like, Grenda is from Thorks. Like, that's like the countries that they come from. You do not know exactly where Brighton comes from. It's a bit of a mystery among everyone.
Probably how.
Maybe.
so you said that Natalie is working with the blasts?
Sure.
You don't sound very confident in that. You said he was working with people that should not be powerful. Is that who you're talking about?
They have worked with people that they also, so, I'm not saying that correctly. So, it is possible that they could be working with the Blast, because the Blasts have worked with the Empire, right?
Empire.
Work with the Commodium Empire?
Yeah.
The story, as you've heard it, is that people have like gone against the Conan Empire before. The Blasts are the only ones who have managed to steal like their cannons.
Okay.
So they have like the Conan Empire gunpowder cannons.
Okay.
Now, how they got that, some of them are like, oh, he stole it. That makes more sense. Some of them are like, I think he made a deal or something. And it's like, it's not certain how he got it, and you've heard multiple stories from different sources. So it's like,
hypothetically, it's possible that they are all in one, like, cohesive link of connection.
potentially, but like he's got that swamp troll for the longest time, and that thing's like a horror monster. And like the Conan Empire doesn't even like tieflings. They're like, that's a creature that does not exist and should not exist. Remove you from the earth, from Tierst. And it's like the horror monster is like objectively, it's like, yeah, that should probably not be around.
Does Luigi know that the Chromodium Empire hates tieflings?
Oh yeah, everyone. The Conan Empire hates all magic.
Oh,
They
okay.
don't believe in it.
Demacia.
Interesting.
Yep, and they're outlawed it. Yep.
And this is like all well-known stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's like their thing.
That's their thing is racism.
Yeah. And guns.
Genocide. And
Guns.
gun.
Okay.
Just horror, just atrocities.
So, if you don't want to get the help from Natalie, do you think that Sophia, you think the Amber Hydra is gonna help us, pay us for this head?
I don't think they'll necessarily pay us for the head, because it's wanted from the governor, so that we would have to go there. But I think that it could be potentially better if we went with more backup and more people behind us when convincing him about the undead.
What do you have in mind? Because what's the difference? It's not like we're gonna tell him about the undead and he's just gonna attack us.
Well, he didn't believe us the first time, and I honestly don't fully trust him or the responses that we could possibly get from him. So, at this point, I would rather be prepared for more outcomes than not prepared at all.
So you want to roll up to Natalie with an army before
Not necessarily.
collecting this bounty?
army, but maybe more people in our corner. Rather than just Brenda.
What exactly are you fearing is going to happen if we turn in this bounty and Natalie? What do you think Natalie's gonna do?
So it is our only sense of proof for the undead. And there is a part of me that is concerned with what he will do with the proof. And I'm almost nervous that he will use it to his advantage politically.
If you give information to someone first, they can make the first moves. They have the advantage.
Yeah.
But like, you already given it to like Brenda.
Yeah.
And Brenda's kind of like, I gotta figure out if I want to stay here for forever or if I'm gonna like skedaddle.
Yeah.
What are captains you want on site?
I have to pee so bad I can't think.
Go bathroom.
Okay.
Short break. We are also approaching the 9:20-ish
Yeah.
mark.
What are you guys doing? Like she's thinking. What do you guys discuss?
What do you think about Natalie working with the blasts? Do you think that's true? Because Sylvia didn't sound so sure.
I believe, man, that is running town of pirates and so many intricate little social circles must have hand in many of them. I don't know if that makes him bad or good for that act alone. I think what he wants for the people here matter more than what he wants, how he... It matters how he gets there, because if he stomps on innocent people and just slave trades his way there, then that is already a bad sign. But if he is trying to do good by people here, then is better than if he was only for personal gain. But we are with pirates, so...
I think we have a decision to be made here. What matters more, the politics of this island or this undead army that is looking to wipe it clean?
I don't think it is a matter of what's more important. They're intertwined, they're woven, they're a single strand. The question is, what do we do with it? Because we could, in theory, I mean, we began this because he said no. And we're still spending our time convincing people that we're not wrong or crazy or anything of the sort. I suppose it comes down to who amongst the words do we want to be our friend and lead this place. Natalie has hands in all pies, I assume. But do we want men with many connections, or do we want to sever connections in favor of ones that are less terrible? Because the blasts are terrible.
I agree.
You guys are talking about whether or not Natalie is allied with the blasts. While I remember from the note, you found out Natalie's secret that he's talking to the Court of Empire. So maybe that ties into the blast. Maybe the blasts are also tied to the Court of Empire. Maybe that's why Brighton's here. Maybe Brighton's here for other reasons.
I lost the way I wanted to word that question so I could find out more.
Go for it.
You'll get it.
Give me a second.
Okay.
It'll come back to me. I lost how I had it worded in my brain when I spoke.
What about you? What do you think?
I think that our top priority here is getting rid of these undead. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but if it looks like the most powerful force on the island is Natalie, then that might not be a bad direction to go.
Is he most powerful? He could not even control a meeting.
Who do you think is the most powerful?
That is a problem. I don't know pirates very well. But it is not one of them. It is whoever they all trust most. He, for right now, has managed to maneuver himself to a place where they give him ear. But Would it be so hard to make same moves for someone else when he is already unpopular? I don't know. What do you think?
Anderson is part of the Empire, correct?
Admiral Anderson is the admiral, or an admiral of the Cronin Empire. Yes.
Okay.
And as per the note, it seemed that Natalia was talking to the Cronin Empire, but being like, essentially, you got the vibe of, if he couldn't make a country with these pirates, he was going to, like, the Cronin Empire is going to come regardless. I'd rather bend the knee and keep what I have here and be like, not king, but essentially just be paying tribute to the Cronin Empire than, like, be overrun. Maybe we can keep some of our traditions, maybe we can keep some of our people, maybe we can keep some of our ways of life. He was like, if this doesn't work out, I'm not going to fight the Cronin Empire, I'm just going to surrender.
How's the Cronian Empire? Is that the one that?
Guns, no magic.
Yep. Have you fought Cronian Empire?
Cromodian Empire.
No.
Has. No, I've heard of them, but March has not come into battle with them.
They would. This is why monks do not do politics. We do individual help. Because on mass scale, this is very, very, very sticky.
What's the deal with the Cromodian Empire?
You told us about the note, right?
Yes, you guys, you told Cho about the note.
I did. You were there when I told Brenda.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Luigi
Do you need
has
the note?
no
Oh, okay.
idea what's going on here.
So-
Luigi still
need the
thinks.
note?
Luigi doesn't
I have
know
it
about
written
that.
down.
I'm glad you have it written down.
You know how much pain you did writing it down.
Yeah. But, what is your next step? Because you're currently trying to figure out at this point, who do we tell that the undead army is here so that we can get on our side? Because you guys are thinking about, like, dethroning the town.
Yeah.
And if you can get allies on your side to do that, like, you already got Grenda.
Yeah.
You've already decided, like, Grenda goes first. Do you want, like, everything goes well, you handle the undead army. Who would you put as monarch of New Pinion?
Isel.
We could also sway Natali. He seems to be doing what he can to keep power and preserve what is here. If he has such selfless desires, it's possible that he has such similar ones for more. That he must do dirty things to get dirty people on side and get order, which is why he is so weak, because he played many sides. The reason why Natalie, and I brought up other place, is that Natalie received, or seems to, she found note.
I stole the note.
She stole note from him?
Yeah. Right out of his pocket.
That is still impressive. That he is talking with an admiral of this place, and this place hates any sort of... Do they also hate divine, like divinity?
Yeah, your gods aren't real.
They hate divinity in all forms, hate magic of all forms.
Have I heard of these people?
Yeah, the Cronin Empire?
Yeah.
Like, you've heard of them. Like, yeah, the gods are not real. All magic is fake and illegal and awful. Tieflings also not real. Aasimar not real. Any magic you have, not real and also bad and outlawed. You do not exist and you are in front to them.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it would be very bad if they took over this place. But Natalia is
is
trying
true.
to appease them by saying if he joins their council or takes their council, then he can stay governor, which I assume means he still has control over the laws here. It is just a tribute state of sorts. You are wiggling.
You can guess that.
That probably wouldn't happen.
So they would enforce no magic here?
I would probably say so, which is very problematic for the fact that we are a land of misfits and there is
is
all
also
races here.
is
Plus, they don't believe in God, so
which is problem for Sea God, who will likely not be very kind to pirates who sold her out.
yeah, it's problematic for any god here.
So,
This is bad.
This is
if we can't trust Natalie, why don't we just go meet with Sophia and hope that she does not take this 500 gold head from us?
What? So, Sophia, we want, like, outside. I would recommend arcane people outside because common enemy of... easy to sway them to us. Aizo, you don't like, but seems amendable, and has the creative arts of literally reforming and forming what bodies and soldiers he needs. The Blasts want slaves. I don't like them. But there is also unfortunate reality that they have many things that go boom, and that does a lot against many people. What are other people here? I still don't know.
There's the. Does Luigi know about Pietro and the Ragged Batch?
Imagine that like you're like walking around and stuff.
No, we got Pietro.
You guys talk about Pietro, and that can become common knowledge that Pietro and the Ragged Batch.
Are they allies with Grenda?
Yeah.
They're on good terms.
Okay.
So
Pietro was the person
Divers,
who.
Faisal,
Luigi would know this, but just for you, like Pietro sent out the invitations, and he invited
That's his
Brenda.
bounty.
Okay. Gotcha.
Do you think we could get all the others against Blasts?
I don't think that would be very hard.
Okay.
The Blasts are the most unpopular. They are also the most.
But they're like the most powerful, I think.
Well, if we take...
They're also the most piratey.
Yeah. And they have gun fucking powdered cannons.
That one also works off arcane.
You know...
And fucking Connor's there, so I would avoid him at all costs.
You just have to do that little side quest that you arranged for with the course. You've got to put him into Sophia's ship.
We
What
have
did
to
I
do
do?
that, or
It was you
Why
choose
did I
to make
forget?
enemies out
You
of the
have,
Blasts.
that's something that you, in order to get the discount on Luigi so you could buy it, he gave you 2
It?
arcane cores,
It.
and you have to put them inside
You're
of
in it.
Sophia's core burner, or her furnace. That's what you have to do. That's the deal that you did.
I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah.
I would not
We-
respect that deal.
Don't
Now, you could just
have to.
maybe not do that and see what happens.
Tell Sophia.
That would be a whole
You've got
lot of
those two
fucking
cores
around
in.
and finding out.
Well, here's the thing. If we want to get Sophia on our side and act fast, bada bing, bada boom. This is a lot to get rid of a necrotic issue.
How far are we from the restaurant where Sophia wanted to meet us for lunch?
I think with that, you guys find yourself at the restaurant, the hotel rather, of the Rose's Neck. And as you are swimming with decisions and you don't know who you're going to side with, as this, as I told Jade a while ago, it's not Kingmaker, it's more complicated than that. We are going to exit it for the night. But I do encourage you guys.
Yeah, there's
to
gonna be a lot
continue
of
this
talking.
conversation in the group chat and just talk to yourselves about like who do you back and what are your goals and maybe Sophia
Goal.
can change.
Destroy the blasts. Feasibility.
All right, and with that, see you in a week.